Hello everybody, it's Rob back again with another video. How are you? And Happy New Year to everyone. This is my first video of the year and I should have been making videos over the last few weeks, but the parts have just come and we are ready to reinstall the sink and everything. But I'm going to try and do it in a bit of a different way than what was in the van already. Let me explain. Okay. And if you're wondering why I've got a hat on, you will see in a minute. So on the sink, we had two drains like this. So we've got two drains. This is a new one. And I think part of the problem was that this had been done up too tight, which caused this to crack and it became brittle. So I just thought I'd change that. And because it's an old caravan, I needed a certain size drain to fit in and to make it all sealed. So I think you're quite limited anyway by the size of this. And then that became another issue because the previous owner had one drain from this plug, obviously one drain from the other plug, which both came to this, and then another waste outlet here going to the tank. The problem is, when I ordered the waste pipe, because the pipes are all brittle, so I decided to change all of it. What the previous owner had done was literally wedge this on to each part and then put a hose clip on and just tightened it up. So I wanted to change that because I think that if you put a hose clip on, it's just going to become crushed and brittle. I don't know, it might be okay, and it's not under pressure, so it should be fine. However, what I decided to go with in the end was a new Y piece, and the pipe would connect. Let me show you this. The pipe would connect with this like grommet, and that pushes on there, and then that pushes on to this. And so that's now a tight fit, and that will keep it all sealed. That is the plan. The only problem I've got is on this end, I do need to just push the pipe on. So it's not ideal, but it's not going to be ideal, but as it's not under pressure, I haven't really got any other choice. So that is going to go on there. I'll probably heat it up a little bit. And this is the problem I've got because it's such a finicky size. So I'm going to warm that up, see if I can get that on. And as it's so tight, I'll probably be able to just leave that on there. But at least I got this to seal properly. So once I've done that, I've got all this pipe here. This is 23.5 mil, and I've got 28.5 mil out there. I've got a box of that as well because I weren't sure what size and how to go about it. So I went to a place yesterday called Venture Camper Vans and Caravans and stuff, which is about half an hour drive from here, and they have got loads of clips and hoses and stuff. The issue is, because the camper's so old, it's just a pain to get anything for it, so we kind of have to just make do with what we got. So I'm gonna cut one of these pipes up, put a bit on this drain, and then hopefully I can then connect it all up on the sink, fill up the tank, check for leaks and stuff before reinstalling the sink fully, and then we can check the hot water boiler. So let's go. Right, so what I've managed to do is get the waste pipe onto that. Now that is just gonna have to do, I think. It is a tight fit, and like I said, it's not under pressure, so that should be absolutely fine. So I need to take the other drain out of the sink, bring that in so that I can do it out here, and then cut the pipe down a bit, because it's only going to be a few inches long before it gets to the Y piece, or the Y section, and then the other waste will connect from there, which I haven't taken out the van yet because it got so brittle that it broke, and so it's still connected to the waste tank, but the sink and everything has been removed. So let's have a look, and you'll see why I've got my hat on. Okay, so let's go outside. Can you see yet? Snowman. Yep, I was out at midnight making a snowman. Don't ask me why. So let's have a look at the van without breaking my neck. I've just come in here a second ago, put the heater on just to bring some heat in, and as you'll see, it looks like I've been broken into. There's crap everywhere. Right, so here's the sink. I need to take that drain out so that I can fit that to the pipe, and then what I'm going to do is, if you have a look here, down there, that is the other, can you see that? That is the other waste pipe that goes into the tank still, that's still connected. I don't know how it is connected, if it's just dropped into the tank or whatever. So that's going to be another issue, and hopefully that comes out properly. And then what I'm going to do is connect the sink with it raised up a little bit on here. Connect the sink so that I can see underneath, and then pressure up the system to check that there are no leaks. Hopefully that'll be it for a while. If you saw my last video, you'll see me fixing the water heater, which we've never used. And so once that's all fixed, we can try it all, put it under pressure, make sure the water pump is fine, which I'm happy it will be, and then see if we can get some hot water through the pipes. That will be very exciting. Okay, so what have we got? I'm back in the van. I've got a really long piece of the 23.5mm on this drain. I'm sorry about the quality of the filming, by the way. My other camera's not charged up, and I don't know where my GoPro is. I don't know where my Osmo is. So I don't know where anything is. New year, isn't it? So yeah, so I've got that length of pipe on that drain. The second drain for the sink, I've managed to get that on. That was easy. So I'm not sure if that's a slightly smaller diameter, but I've reused the old plug as well, because this plug is so small that I struggled to get another plug of this, because the nature of the sink means that underneath, because it's a small sink plug hole there, if I go for a larger plug, it means it won't quite sit flush with underneath, and it will mean that water can just leak out the side of the drain. So that wasn't an option. So I've got both drains now connected. Now what I might do, now tell me if this is a genius idea, I might put some hose clips onto the pipe now before installing it, just in case I need to put them on later. Hopefully I won't need them, but if I need them in the future, they're going to be on the pipe already, and I won't have to take the drains out. Genius? Or just put them on anyway and do them up tight? Yeah, okay. So what I need to work out now is how long to have these pipes before they go into the Y unit, and what I'm gonna the Y section, and what I really need to do then before doing that is to kind of put the sink up there, and that is when it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, because I'm trying to do this on my own, and I don't know how I'm gonna lift the sink out enough so I can see underneath. Right, let's have a look. Right, so this is a little bit sketchy. So basically, the sink is just over where it's going to be installed, obviously. I can get access to both drains, and so I'm going to screw the drains in with the pipes attached. That way I can sort of know whereabouts the Y piece is going to go, and I think the Y piece is going to go basically under the bowl, because there's a bit of room there, basically under here, because there's a little bit of room under there. There's no drawer or anything in there. There is a little bit of room here, but it'll be better for some just good access. Let's just put that. Right, let's do it. Right, so as you can see, both drains are now loosely screwed in from the top, and this is what I meant with that small plug, because if it is any bigger, it wouldn't seal here and the water would just come out. So hopefully that's going to be fine. I'll put a different seal on it, so hopefully that's going to hold. And I put loads of pipe, way too long, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough. And then this Y piece is going to go here, and then this bit is going to go to the waste pipe out to the tank. So it's a simple job really. It's just getting the right bits and pieces for this old van. So I'm going to get on with that now. I am going to put the hose clips on, just so, I don't know, just in case I need them for the future. I'd rather have them there than not have them. So I think I might just put them on loosely and then be done with it. Right, let's get on with it. So this is where we're at now. So cut a small section off of here. This is the Y piece. Got the push fittings seals on here. That bit there is probably slightly too big, too long, but I'm gonna leave that as it is for now. And then the only other thing we need to do is fix the waste pipe, and I can leave that long and then just worry about that. I don't know how the waste pipe, which is that pipe there, I don't know how it actually fits into the tank, so that might be another tester. So, but I need to do that before I fill the tank up, don't I? Yeah, right, so let's finish off this bit. I'm going to put the waste in here now on a long bit of pipe. I've got loads of pipe anyway, so I'm just going to put that on there, make sure it looks all right, back in roughly fitted down with the sink. And then if it looks okay, I am actually going to leave the sink raised just so I can see if it does leak anywhere. But it's looking promising so far. Right, next stage, fit the waste onto here. It's always something. So I've managed to do nearly all of it. Right, the sink is roughly in place. The pipes are on the drains. I've got the waste pipe that goes out on the back. It's routed down. Let me show you. It's routed down here, that grey pipe at the back. So it comes off the waste sink, round the back there. Now that will be tidied up. I've just left it a bit long. Through the floor. I've got it and located the waste, which literally is just a Jubilee clip that runs along a hard pipe, a stiff pipe that goes to the drain valve for the whole waste tank. But now I've worked out that I can't get the pipe to go onto the pipe that I've just put on the sink. That doesn't fit onto the pipe that goes out to the valve. And so I'm gonna have to go and get another one of them rubber push fits, which is fine. And then I can just put a hose clip on that and tighten it up and it'll be all good to go. So basically, I am absolutely covered in mud. I've got waterproofs on because obviously you saw the snow. And I want to show you another thing, which is partly the reason why I haven't been making videos. Because all this flooded, which I mentioned in another video, all this flooded. This whole corner was completely underwater, which meant that in my shed here, the water come up to about here. And I've got a Harley Davidson motorcycle in there, and I thought it was wrecked along with the motorhome, because in the night of the water coming up, it left a line across there, like a tide line. And that's why this is all muddy still. It's all mud from where it brought in water from the brook. And underneath the motorhome, I moved it a few days ago, just to, you know, keep it fresh. The mud is still all under the van. You can see bits of it here. It's just covered in mud. There's mud everywhere. That's the drain valve. And then the pipe runs all the way along. And then the pipe drops down through the floor onto that. So I've been going under the van on a bit of card in the snow, just because I want to get it done. I'll keep putting it off. And plus I've only just got the parts, and it looks like I'm gonna have to nip back to that awesome little place, about half an hour drive from here, and pick up a couple of them rubber grommets, which we'll just push on. And then we can test it, but that's for another video. So that's gonna be all from me for now. Hope you're keeping up with all the stuff I'm doing on this van. If you haven't watched the Scotland video, I highly recommend it, because that was just an epic trip. And we did it all in the van, even though we couldn't use everything in the van. We didn't need it, to be fair. But we spent 10 days traveling around the NC 500, and it was just the best trip ever. I don't think that will ever be topped, just for a few different reasons that I can maybe talk about in a future video. But yep, that's it from me. First video of the year. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. Keep up with the videos, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next one.